What's up guys, Bryce here. We're back at it again for another video, and welcome to the first round of Season 3 in NARL. This is the GT3 Championship, and we are actually racing in Pro-Am this season. So if you guys do enjoy this, please be sure to leave a like down below and subscribe, and let's get right into this. So qualifying, we qualified on 15th on the overall grid, but we were actually in pole position because, again, we are in Pro-Am. So we get a decent start here going into turn 1. And we were actually doing pretty good. It's pretty clean going into turn 1. Now there's a bunch of pro guys in front of me, so I was just making sure that I didn't get caught up too much into it. Going to turn 1, you can see we have a few little accidents here, and we somehow just avoid all of them, and we just get through that, and we were able to get about 3 positions there. Race Labs is shuffling up there, so that should be a little while until that gets up to real time. Pass another car on the left there for going slow, and we're already up into 11th, but again, we are in first place in our class, which is really good, and the gap behind was over 3 seconds possibly, so we are already doing pretty well. This track is a really awesome track. I was struggling a little bit with practice just because I wasn't able to get the lap times that I wanted, but again, in my class we were doing very well, and we were a little bit faster at the start of this race with the pro guys, but I started to fall behind just a little bit because I also started to conserve my tires just a little bit, so I didn't kind of over push the car because we're in the lead right now, so there's no point of really going too hard in the first couple of laps. And we have another slow car. I think that's Zamperlini on the right there. I think he had some problems, some technical issues with his rig, so that was very unfortunate for him. Now going to turn 1 again, we're not going to make any moves because we didn't want to lose overall time, but again, first lap was pretty good, and honestly this race in general just wasn't the most entertaining race. Once we kind of pulled away from the other Pro-Am guys, it was really just me maintaining that gap. And in this field that is so competitive, we have the strength of field for pros about 6K, so that's pretty crazy already. But everyone is so close in speed that if you're all running the same lap time, the gap really isn't going to close very quickly because it's going to take a very long time, which is inevitably what happened. So I really was able to just kind of maintain my lead for pretty much the whole race, but we'll skip to the pit stop phase right now. So this is the lap when I went into the pits, and you can see still in the lead. I don't think there's any way to get my class's positions in Race Labs. I'm gonna have to figure that out for the next video, but we go into the pits and it was a pretty clean pit stop. I was a little bit more safe and cautious than I was during practice because, again, if I'm in the lead of this race, I need to be sure that I don't do anything dumb or just do anything that I don't need to do. We get a really good exit, and I think it was, I don't know what the time was exactly, but we get out the pits pretty good. And again, the gap behind was good enough that we were just maintaining the tires and just working on that field to the end, and you'll see what happens here on the last lap. So last lap of the race here, we're in P9 overall, but we were in the lead in Pro-Am, like I said before, which is really good. We have Sedlak, which is the next Pro-Am guy, who was about 8 seconds behind, so no pressure from him this time around, but definitely next race at Sebring. It's really tricky because we got a little bit lucky with that crash in the beginning because we were able to pull just a little bit of a gap, but again, this is the last lap of the race, and we did end up winning this race, which is good, which is going to give me already a nice head start for this season's championship, and we'll see what happens at Sebring next time around. Hopefully we can get more of an entertaining race, but kept this video just on the short side because, again, it wasn't that entertaining, so I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't too dragged out and it wasn't longer than it needed to be. Just gave you the simple highlights so you can really see what happened during this race. Coming through the last 2 corners here, and we are going to come across the line to win in Pro-Am. And yeah, you can check out the full live stream. The guys in front are extremely quick. We have some really quick esports guys in this race. And that's going to be it for me. Next week is going to be Sebring, so I'm going to have the track guide coming out on Wednesday, and then you'll see race highlights once more. I was a little bit busy this week, so I wasn't really able to push out as much content as I would have liked. But again, that was Road Atlanta. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'll probably put the standings on screen if I have them. But yeah, I'll see you guys at Sebring. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.